shall not take vengeance or bear grudge against the sons of your own people, but you shall love your neighbor as yourself.
I'm sorry, I wasn't sure what time service started.
She's late, but that dress is right on time.
What's your hustle?
I'm Dr. Latrice Monroe. I'm a therapist. I have a PhD in psychology.
You ain't gonna make no type of cheddar around here with a lame hustle like that.
Why would somebody smart enough to be a doctor want to put a head shop in this neighborhood?
Please be careful.
What's wrong with this neighborhood?
It's full of black people. Black people don't talk about their problems.
I'm selling the block.
Selling the block? Dude.
You're gonna tear down, pave over, and use this land as a parking lot.
Parking lot.
For all we know, Latrice could be the answer to our problems.
I can't believe how good I feel right now.
You do you, boo.
You must be real good if you can turn Barbie into Erykah Badu. I have a black belt in mind games.
Hey, is you working today?
Yes, I am working today. Look at all the work I'm doing.
Boom! There you go. That was the trailer for A Snowy Day in Oakland, arriving in theaters on March 17th. I'm Kuya P. This is Nerds Rule the World. And as you see on the screen, I have some special guests. I have Tony Plana and Claudia Zevallos. I probably messed up their names, but I'm so thankful. They play Jesus Salgado as well as Angelica Salgado. Thank you both so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
No, thank you for having us, Patrick.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I had the immense pleasure of seeing this film in advance, and it was so wonderful. Congratulations. I love the relationship between you two. You play a father and daughter, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And it really touches me because I'm a father as well, and dealing with all things with a teenage daughter who is dating now. And so the relationship that y'all have in the film really grabbed me. There's some special moments there. What was it like building chemistry between you both? Have you both worked together before? What was that like?
Oh my God. We never worked together before, but honestly, working with Mr. Tony Plana, of course, was an immense honor from the beginning for me. But chemistry, we didn't build it at all. I mean, it just was at love at first sight. Yeah. Who cannot fall in love with this man? I mean, apart from falling in love with him, I learned so much from him. He was so professional, so kind, so giving, so funny. I was really blessed. Excuse me.
Well, I have to do more interviews with you because I feel so good about myself right now.
Es la verdad.
No, the feeling is mutual. It was just instant chemistry. And maybe a little bit of that is being the only two Latinos in the film because of who we were representing and the relationship, and also the crisis that we're dealing with as father and daughter in so many ways. That's what's interesting about this comedy. It's delightful. It's very, very funny. It's written very funny. You will laugh. You will enjoy yourself. I mean, there are some, belly laugh moments in this where I just, blurted out this big belly laugh because it made me laugh. But at the same time, it's dealing with serious stuff. Yes. It's dealing with gentrification. It's dealing with cultural identity and American identity, and also the identity of the community, our community, and also really, I mean, at the very center of it, which is the very premise, a psychologist drops into our neighborhood, opens up shop, her head shop, right?
Literally.
Literally, and in a whole different, connotation, but it scares us at first because we kind of look down on that. We feel like we can just take care of ourselves, but little by little.
Well, yeah, because our communities don't deal with it, right? It's a taboo for us, the Latin and the African American community. We don't run to the psychologist. We tell our primas, our cousins, our best friends. We go to church, and this is how we open up. yeah, so it was a big kind of as Tony says it, a big splash, so foreign for us, because this is a block which was accustomed in a certain manner of being an entire family, and we had our ways, and we just everybody collaborates with everybody supports everybody, because this is how we know that this is how it is for our brown and black community, and this is how we deal with stuff on a daily basis, supporting each other, and this is how we help each other on our dreams coming true.
I think that's true, but also the introduction of this psychologist into the mix, what she's talking about, that we're all working together to survive, to thrive in this community, and yet all of us are experiencing challenges, economic. There's the fashion designer, the barbers, and beauticians, the bodega, the preacher. Each of us have our challenges that seem to be in many ways impediments. They seem to be stopped or frozen a little bit at the beginning of the movie. And the introduction of this psychologist just drops into our midst and starts to, in a sense, just by her very presence, challenge the lack of introspection that we're allowing ourselves to have. We're so busy kind of living life that we don't take the time to really look into ourselves. And she allows that and facilitates that. And what results, I think, is each of these characters finding breakthroughs in whatever is stopping them from becoming more fully themselves, right? And from whatever impasse exists in the relationship, your primary relationship, and to address it and resolve it and move forward in a better way together. That to me was transformational, right? Claudia, did you feel the same way but doing the movie, we kind of went through our own therapy,
Oh, yes, absolutely. Filming the movie and as we were, and also as we were feeling Angelica and Jesus as we were filming them, playing our characters. I think it was just an evolution of not only coming together for us, but it was also knowing that we were the only Latinos in this movie, and it was, as we commented it on set, it was such a big responsibility for us. And even knowing that this was that it is a black, I'm sorry, my phone, black brown project.
Yeah, I think, Kim Bass's idea of putting these Latinos in this Afro-American world was really insightful in many ways, and super, in a sense, important, because, our communities live next to each other everywhere. I mean, I live in New York City, and it's where I live in West Harlem, it's Black and Latino and white, and it's a mix. And so I think it's wonderful to see how we begin to understand each other better by going through the therapy ourselves, becoming more empathic. Kim has done a beautiful job of allowing those moments. For example, my moment with Dion, when he is having trouble with his marriage, and he comes over to me and we drink together, and I give him some sort of old school OG advice, about how to deal with it, besides drinking stronger booze, and so we start, that the process of helping each other, understanding each other, and realizing that we are so much alike.
Yeah, like
in our
family.
struggles. The large percentage of our populations are deal with poverty. we're working class folk for the most part, and that's great to see also, Nicole Ari Parker come in, who's highly educated, highly professional from another world. All of a sudden she almost needs our world too, just like we need her, It's important. I mean, look, this is kind of a cliche, but don't forget where you're from, and if you can, and you've got gifts and you've got skills, bring it home, sister, bring it home, brother, bring it home and help us help each other get better, do better.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Tony, Plana, Claudia Zevallos, this really touched me, and I hope it's going to create an even deeper conversation with the world.
Thank you so much.
Hope so. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you so much.
No worries.